Oh shit. Hey, what's up, people? I'm trying to turn off my TV. I did now. I was watching some American football. Well, it's been quite a lot since the last time I recorded a video. Like I say, my life been so good so far. So far, so good. Nothing really different, I can say. I'm still feeling the same. Going down just into the slippery slope, slope sometimes. Having negative, unhealthy emotions sometimes. This is just still messing me up. Sometimes. So I've been feeling philosophical so far. Doing a lot of awakenings, writing a lot of posts on Facebook, giving people a reason to say I'm crazy. If I think I'm crazy, oh well, maybe I am crazy a little bit. I am crazy. I guess it's something that is not my fault. I always thought there was something psychological inside my head. That was something conditioned by my family, by my mother, by the overprotection of my family sometimes. Well, now I start to put in pieces in order, you know. I guess my case is neurological. Like I've been saying so far, Aspergers. I believe in Aspergers. I don't have a official diagnosis, but I eventually will. I was just trying to, do all the stuff about Obamacare, trying to get by my insurance since it's so damn expensive. It's like 1,000 something, $1,450 for diagnosis. Well, it's not cheap, so I need to have my insurance, so I can do something about it. You know, since I came here to the United States, I've been feeling isolated. I've been feeling like I'm alone. I feel I don't fix with anybody or in any place. I'm not religious. I do believe in God, but my mom's always telling me, "Hey, go to church. Church is gonna fix you," and I feel like that's not gonna happen. I feel religions are just a very naive form of philosophy. It's necessary for humankind. It's necessary because religion have a lot of symbols. But I believe religion is a way for not very insightful people and not very philosophical people to grab some high hidden meanings in the religious message. So I believe religion is very important for the welfare of our soul to a certain degree. I believe so far, I know this is idealism. I believe the ism is not good in rational people. In irrational people. Since there is more irrational people than rational people, right? So I guess the ism is not so good all the time. The ISM. So Yeah, idealism. My idealism is that so far men have to have enough insight and intuition to realize and to see his own psyche and his own nature. Um, Realize his own shadow, right? This is not the case right now. Just few people do that. Seems that kind of people like me is quite unhappy. That's what I have noticed. It's something like we're just living in an illusion, you know. I believe a lie can become a true when many people believe it's a true, you know. A lie and a true can be seen as something crazy when many people don't believe in it, you know. So since everybody thinks religion, mostly everybody thinks religion is the only way to fix our soul and heal the split. To a certain degree it is. But I guess that's all the reason why I don't kind of say fix into the church. You know, everybody is just looking at me weird. I mean, I feel uncomfortable. So that's a reason why I don't go to church. Since my mother all the time telling me, "Hey, go to church. Hey, do something. Church is gonna fix you. Jesus is the truth. Jesus is the answer." Well, I believe, yeah, Jesus is the answer. Jesus is the truth. I mean, to a certain degree, you know. I mean, I believe all of us have certain those components in our soul, you know. So, religion is for non-spiritual people, especially Christianity. That's how I believe. That's what I see. That I mean, I can be wrong, but that's how it seems. So, like I say, I don't fix nowhere. And it seems my thoughts and ideas can get very, very obnoxious sometimes in people. I just losing faith in humankind. Like I say, the last girl I had, she was the most beautiful woman. But like I say, an apple can be really beautiful on the outside, but the inside can be very rotten. Can have a worm. So I fall for her physics. I guess she just played with me in every way. I guess that's what it's about nowadays. Nobody like anybody. Since I'm the kind of person that feels that we are really failing in society. I mean, I believe I'm always criticizing. I'm not happy at all. I guess many people don't feel that way. I guess few of us just feel that way. So I can't explain the exact reason why all this is going on. Maybe if I write it, because I'm not the kind of person that is very talkative. When I talk sometimes I am like you know, very illogical when I talk. Sometimes I don't think what I'm talking. So I going from point A to point X, and it gets really difficult to understand me sometimes. I noticed that before. But when I write that everything's like my ideas just take form and I actually can make a theoretical background for my ideas. It can be really, really good to read me. So I prefer to write. I consider myself not an average writer. Well, maybe in English because my first language is Spanish. But when I write in Spanish, like I had to say, I had to be a little bit cocky. I'm very good when I write. So yeah, I guess that's one of the positive things I have about being an Asperger's. I guess, and the abstract type of Asperger's. I have this girl I met on actually in YouTube. I don't want to say her name. I don't know. It's not because. It's just because I don't know if she's cool with it. But she's also an Asperger's. I add her on Facebook. I actually asked her if I could meet her. I mean, she's a really nice person. She's really good as a friend. But actually, she wrote a post on Facebook where she's put the difference between being creative, being ideative. You know, I consider myself the second type, ideative. I guess I have both of creativity and ideativity, but my balance goes more to the ideas part than to the creativity part. So she was explaining that creativity is actually finding simple solutions to complex problems, right? While ideative is kind of coming from a general background, an abstract background, and make a theory and unify these different points and make something complex. Like psychoanalysis, for example, is a clear example of ideative mind, right? So some Aspergers are seen like people without common sense because some of us are not creative sometimes. We are more ideative, I guess. We'll go to the complexity of things. The creator of Facebook, Mark Zuckerberg. I mean, I watched the movie. I don't know if that's true, but the movie say that actually wasn't his idea. That wasn't his creation. That was somebody else that gave you like the idea of creating Facebook. So that wasn't creativity. He just do all the complex stuff. He never do the really, creativity aspects of creating Facebook, like thinking about it. Like somebody else give him the idea. So yeah, that's other stuff about me, about my Asperger's, I guess. If I do have Asperger's, I'm not sure yet. I'm 99%. Well, let's say 98% that I'm going to be diagnosed with Asperger's, but in case I'm not, because I don't try to put my let's say what I want into high expectations all the time, because if I don't fulfill it, I'm gonna get really mad, really depressed. So if I don't get depressed, if I don't get diagnosed with Asperger's, I might be a very, very weird neurotypical. Or maybe I have traits of Asperger's, or maybe I'm both, who knows. I actually did this Baron Cohen thing on internet, and I scored a 39, which is quite high, I guess. If you score more than 30, you are considered with Asperger's traits. So I guess I believe I might be an Asperger's. So I guess not so bad. So the part that I like more about being like this is, I guess, my intelligence, my my point of views, my perspective about life, my perspective about people, my perspective about emotions, social dynamics. But what I don't like about being Asperger's is the constant fear, the frustration of not being able to, you know, communicate the same ideal plane with other people. Also the paranoia of fearing few girls because you don't know what are their intentions with you. You're always like in defensive mode. I always was in defensive mode. I always have my shield. I guess I have like an intellectual shield in me. I was kind of convincing, and I was very, kind of manipulative sometimes. Very manipulative. But I met this girl. She just made me open myself to her, but she disappointed me a lot. She disappointed me a lot. I thought she was different, but I guess it was my fault too. When I was talking, I was always talking to her about my stuff, psychoanalysis, analytic psychology. So I guess she got bored of me, but I guess that's one of the aspects that I hate about being Asperger's. The defensive, the kind of shield you put around you, because you feel like people is gonna end hurting you or want something from you. Even the last friend I have here in the United States, his name's Paul. Sorry to say his name. I hope he don't hear. His name was Paul. I met him 6 years ago. I met him 6 years ago in my first time in New Orleans. We're really good friends, everything. Now, I came here, I started talking to him again. I realized that he was just, very narcissistic and always trying to get stuff out of me, Like, hey, let's buy a can of beer. Hey, let's buy this. You buy it. And it was like, no, man. Every time I was trying to like tell him to pay for something, like I went out with him like three times. I paid for the beers, like it was me, him, and three other girls in the same house. I guess they knew I was Asperger, so they were cool with me and everything. But it was just like trying to, get things from me. I was like, no, man, that's not fair. He always was talking about him all the time, and when you didn't pay attention, he was just getting mad. So I realized he was just abusing, a narcissistic abuser. I was like, no, I better get away from you. So that's what I did. Actually, I don't talk to him anymore. I guess that's better. It's better stuff. You have to find people. If you're an Asperger's and you feel the same, I feel. You have to find people that actually have good intentions with you, like people that have actually, I don't want to say feelings because everybody have feelings, but actually humanity, like they feel sympathy for you. Like, I mean, I want to say pity because pity is not always a good term. I don't consider myself people who have pity for me. I actually get really mad when people shows like pity to me. So I prefer to say empathy and sympathy for me. Be not so ignorant and realize, hey, he just wired different, but he's the same person. So that's all what I want from people. So this is gonna be for me for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. I'm gonna be talking next couple of weeks. My computer messed up I got a virus, so I'm gonna be making my videos on my cell phone. So I'm sorry, but for being in bed, this kind of rude. But I was feeling kind of chilly, and I wanted to talk at least to my phone. Like I said, this is like a catharsis for me to channel all my emotions. Um, I hope you enjoy my videos. This is gonna be all for today. Bye.